The chapter I'm doing this week's video journal on is chapter 1 of the Ryan and Staten textbook, where it talks about eye docs and it starts out giving the brief history of it before discussing things like PBR, shared authority, interactive decolonization, and things like that. Um, I will admit it was kind of tough to understand at times, but for the most part, I felt like I caught on to it pretty well, even though it threw away my attention span at times, just because it was all things that I hadn't been used to seeing before and hearing about. Like I just learned about this stuff, and it was pretty interesting, pretty thought provoking, and I'm going to act as a devil's advocate here and criticize one thing. There was something said in the chapter to the effect of, the IDOC isn't the fact that the IDOC isn't any single one thing. Well, and that's one thing I'm going to say. There was a lot of, it seems like there was a lot of definitions of the IDOC that people had in that chapter, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna say to me, if I had to define the eye doc, it would be that, it's quite literally the definition of a multimedia story, just a story with interactive data and charts and video and audio elements, and that's what I would say an eye doc is. And I'm going to make a creative connection to that right now and say that I already felt like I needed to, start publishing multimedia content more in the future, only because, I've been a print writer for the last 5 years, and I'm, used to pretty much only writing articles for print and not incorporating multimedia. But I already feel like I need to do that. And reading this article about the iDocs, it really kind of opened my eyes as to the possibilities that multimedia has out there. With multimedia elements, and like I said, the article about the iDocs was very thought provoking, and it really made me think. And I feel like it would come in handy, for me to kind of refer to and look back to whenever I may publish multimedia content in the future. Um, so that's one thing that I enjoyed reading about. And there was another line that really stood out to me that said, if the eye dot can be anything, what is it? Well, that would be my definition, what I just discussed a few minutes ago. And the chapter itself, it was a good chapter. I'm looking forward to reading more of that textbook. And, I feel like any journalist who is aspiring to, be a good multimedia journalist should give that a look. And I'm definitely going to, look more and read more in depth into the textbook later on in this class. And that's something that really, I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, like I said, I acted as a devil's advocate and made a creative connection to something both in the readings and, yeah.